Welcome everybody to the Tiger Network, where this game will end before Sunday or your money back guaranteed. My name is Reed Rosales, joined by Andrew Thomas. And Andrew, the Tigers were stunned yesterday in a shocking upset by the Mountaineers in that first game. Why don't you just give us the rigmarole of what happened, I would say earlier today, technically.
Well, it was a very long night. For those of you who joined us last night, it was supposed to start around 7 p.m. Now, first pitch didn't happen until 9:15 p.m. And our game ended exactly at midnight. Now, unfortunately for the Tigers, they were not able to walk out with a victory as they lost 6-4 to Schreiner in 11. Both teams really struggled with the bat. Trinity in particular wasn't really able to get a lot of things going. And Schreiner was really able to capitalize off that and pull out an upsetting win over the Tigers.
Well, we'll see what the Tigers can do today. Right now, the man you see on the mound, that is Trajan Lee, the Tigers' ace pitcher this year. He has had some very strong performances. His last appearance, a gem against Dallas, where he was going on with a no-hitter until the 6th inning, until he got broken up. Ended up being a one-hit performance against the Crusaders. That ERA of 2.72 is well earned. Almost 40 strikeouts on the year. Yeah, really tough challenge for the Mountaineers. And speaking of the Mountaineers and the challenges that they might face, well, welcome up to the plate, number 6 for the Mountaineers, Daniel Rodriguez. He's hitting .380 on the season so far. Game 2 here in San Antonio is now officially underway. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Next pitch from Lee. That'll be fouled off. Almost got over the foul netting, but not quite. Hit off that top wire to stay in play, but foul either way. The 1-1 pitch. In on the hands, and they're going to say it hit him. I thought it might have gotten the knob of the bat, but so that or the hands, and they're saying the hands.
Seemed to hit off right. I was kind of able to hear the ball bounce back off him as we need the replay of it right here. Pretty much exactly right off his left elbow.
Bunt's popped up, but into the foul netting. Talk about a bunt going awry. Probably want to recenter that one. Now up to bat is Sean Rivera for the Mountaineers. San Antonio native. He works with a man on first base. That bunt lay down much better, but it's going to go foul. We'll have to reset the play again, and I highly doubt Rivera will come back to bunt this time with 2 strikes on the board.
Rivera last night was one of the heroes for Schreiner as he held down right field. He had a lot of really big catches as the Tigers, had opportunities to score, but Rivera really shut him down.
Rodriguez on first, 0-2 count for Rivera. Pickoff attempt. Rodriguez may be a bit wise to any pickoffs that the Tigers might do. They did catch a Mountaineer sleeping on the base paths last night. .02 is the count. Up the middle, base hit. Runners go base to base. The 2 men on for the Mountaineers. A great start for Schreiner against the Tigers' ace pitcher.
Hit the replay right there. Rivera just able to get his bat to it, push it down all the way down the middle, and keep the bats hot so far. Mountaineers.
Things don't get much easier. AJ Rodriguez. He has been a spark for this Mountaineers offense. Strike taken. See if he tries to advance the runners. I think that was what Rivera was trying to do, but couldn't get that bunt down before he was down in an 0-2 count. Bunt again. That's going to be foul. Very similar situation for Rodriguez as Rivera had earlier.
Rodriguez, the 5'9" senior out of San Antonio so far this season, is batting a .336 with 28 RBIs, 24 runs, and only 2 stolen bases.
They check on the man on second base, but Rodriguez slides in safe. AJ will still await the next pitch. Down in an 0-2 count. Tigers still looking for out number 1. The pitch from Lee, too high. AJ will take a moment before stepping back into the box. Next pitch down the chute. That's fouled off. AJ fighting to stay alive against Trajan Lee. Runner in scoring position for the Mountaineers. They'd love to score first. Ground ball. Easy step on third, over to second. That's 2 outs. They throw to first, but not in time. Oh, but it looks like something's happened because Coach Scannell is not happy. I didn't quite see. I think they're calling the runner at second safe.
Get the replay of it right here, right down on the third baseline. Able to make a play off at third. Throws to second. They seem to think the runner was there in time.
And it also looked like his foot may be dragged off. Tough break for the Tigers, but that is out number 1. That's what they're looking for. They would have loved 2. But the settlement for 1. They go up against the hot pink bat of Blake Juarez. They check on the man over at second, and they caught him sleeping, but the throw from Lee back to Champness is too high. Sleepiness. First pitch to Juarez, misses for ball 1. Next pitch. Not in the zone. Ball 2. It's a 2-0 count for Juarez. And one of the things that really stands out to me on his stat sheet is that he's only struck out 4 times this season. He is not a man to go down swinging or looking. He is going to put that ball in play very, very often. And he puts it in play into left field. It won't score a run, but we go station to station. And we got a Mountaineer at every base.
One thing that should be of note is in last night's win that Schreiner had over Trinity, they took an early 1-0 lead in the, I believe it was the bottom of the first, and went on to win the game. So hypothetically, if they're able to score here and kind of keep the score rallying up, might be able to pull up another upset win off Trinity today.
It's Kale Lackey now. They're trying to get the Tigers to fear the Nears. Bases loaded, 1 out. Ball gets away. Runner will not go home. I was almost certain that they were going to send a runner home, but Trajan Lee and the Tigers will get off scot-free with that mistake. It's still a ball, 1-0 count. We're going to have a conversation between Matthias Riding, pitching coach Dave Smith, and Trajan Lee. 2 hits given up. He only gave up 1 against Dallas in his last outing. We've seen this before where we have trouble early on, and then we have a talk from pitching coach Dave Smith, and the Tigers normally figure things out from there. Not a common situation you see the Tigers in with bases loaded in the first inning, but it does happen occasionally. And we'll see how Trajan Lee approaches Lackey. He tries to get some more RBIs for his stat sheet. Trajan Lee trying to keep it a scoreless game. Swing and a miss. 89-mile-per-hour ball. A bit high in the zone, but he got him to swing.
Really good kind of mental reset recovery pitch there by Lee.
It's a good pitch, but not in the zone, unfortunately for Lee. 2-1 count. His dugout is giving him support. He tries to be a pressure cooker on the mound. Fouled back. Evens it up. 2-2 count. One thing with those bases loaded, you have a force out at every bag. So anything in the infield would theoretically, you would hope, end the inning. The 2-2 pitch. Right to Champness. One out at second, another to first. Double play for the Tigers, and no runs come home for the Mountaineers. Trajan Lee works out of the jam.
We're gonna get the replay of it right here. Right down to the shortstop, right over. Another big one, and the Tigers able to barely escape there by a thread.
A 6-4-3 double play, the classic double play. Keeps us scoreless in San Antonio. We'll see if the Tigers ride that momentum into the bottom of the first when we come back on the Tiger Network. Welcome back to the Tiger Network. You see on your screen the starting lineup for the Tigers. Batting order, Caleb Woodward to lead off, followed by Maddox McDonald, the Nick Lazera, Will Baker, Nick Jones, Cam Champness, Michael Lustina, Matthias Riding, and last but not least, certainly, Kai Tinker. Pitching for the Mountaineers, we saw one Saceda the other day. We see another Saceda today on the mound. It's Max Saceda. He's rocking a 7.42 ERA this year, looking to lower that, and he's kind of been a bit streaky over his past couple of starts. St. Thomas didn't go so well, 6 runs given up, and a little over an inning worked. But against Dallas, he only gave up 2 over 7 innings of work. They're looking for that latter performance more than the former, I'm sure. It is strike 1 to Caleb Woodward. Strike 2 to Caleb Woodward. Nice craftsmanship off to the outer edge of the zone. That one doesn't break. Too high. 1-2 count for Woody.
Woodward, the 6'2 sophomore out of San Pedro, California, so far this season has been incredibly dominant. He's been batting around .297 with 27 games played, 91 at-bats, 37 runs, 27 hits, 4 doubles, and 20 RBIs so far this season.
That'll be fouled off. 2-2 count. Caleb Woodward, he had the walk-off hit in Game 3 against McMurray, game in which the Tigers had to come back down by multiple runs in the bottom of the 9th to win it and sweep the series. Woodward trying to get things started hot. He has a tendency to do that. He tries to be that fire starter, get things going for his squad. Ground ball down the first base line. It stays fair. That is an easy enough tag for Juarez. It's one of those balls you want to go foul, but it just didn't.
Not the way the Tigers probably want to start off their batting today, as given, you know, the struggles they had a lot last night.
Now you've got Maddox McDonald stepping up to the dish. First pitch he takes is a ball. So batting over 300 on the year. He was off to a fiery start at the beginning, looking to rekindle that fire. Now it's a 2-0 count as he wisely watches 2 pitches. Swing and a miss on that breaking ball. Great pitch from Saceda.
As Reed mentioned, so far McDonald this season has had 106 at-bats with 27 runs, 33 hits, 13 doubles.
It's put into right field, and a great catch out in right field. Rodriguez. That was a crazy catch to start off his day fielding. AJ Rodriguez, the layout, the catch. That's what you expect from a good right fielder. That'll hand things over to Nick Lazera. Ground ball. Juarez can't quite glove it. Throws it to first, and the throw gets away. So Lazera will be safe at first. See if they flash the E on the board. I'm not sure Juarez was getting him either way.
They get the replay of it right now. Right down the middle. Juarez just kind of not able to get his body fully in front of him and get up in time. Not really able to make that throw, and really unfortunate there by the Mountaineers.
And the judgment is a hit. So no error for Juarez on the throw. Ball gets away from the catcher for just a moment, but stays near him, so Lazera's not going to go. J.D. Blair behind the plate for the Mountaineers. Completes that battery with Max Saceda. Lazera not one to steal very often.
At bat for the Tigers, we currently have Will Baker, the freshman out of Missouri City, Texas, who so far this season's batting .357.
Strike called. So Will Baker will try and advance Lazera, get on base himself. 2 outs on the board in the bottom of the first. Early on in San Antonio. Rocketed out into right field. It's given a ride. It's gone! Easy bake for Will Baker. A 2-run shot. Tigers up 2-0. It was gone off the bat.
Really big momentum changing play here for the Tigers. You know, last night really struggled with the bat. Wasn't able to get a lot of going, and to come in here in, you know, the bottom of the first, we need the replay of it right here. Baker just kind of launches that. Maybe a little bit of help from the wind there, but just wasn't coming home. No chance. The Tigers take an early 2-0 lead.
Yeah, crushing blow by Will Baker for sure. First pitch to Nick Jones is a ball. Always exciting to get a home run in this field. Ball 2 for Jones. Nick Jones coming back after he was not playing for a while due to injury. Wow, rockets that one out into right center field. It's deep, it's gone! Over the just do it sign. Well, he did it. Nick Jones will touch every base. Back-to-back homers for the Tigers.
Another really big play right there. Tigers really showing off, hey, we struggled last night, but we know how to hit. We're going to get the replay of it. Nick Jones right down the middle, takes it all the way. You can see right there, it goes over the sign, and another home run bites the dust today for the Tigers.
So that is Nick Jones's second home run, Will Baker's first. Now if Cam Chapman hits a home run back-to-back, I might lose my mind up here. He does have a home run on the year. Chapman does have that kind of power. Foul ball. Now I'm trying to think about the last time we've had back-to-back home runs here in San Antonio. That's Aceda. That's 3 surrendered runs early. 2 outs on the board too. That's the most unfortunate part about it for him. Did he go? No, he doesn't on the appeal. See how Max Aceda can rebound. Put into left field, just over the leaping Rodriguez. That'll be Champness on first base. It was a good leap by Daniel Rodriguez, but just over his glove.
Get the replay right here. Champness able to drive that ball pretty much almost right down the line, right over the head of Rodriguez, and pick up a base here for the Tigers.
So no back-to-back-to-back homers for the Tigers, but Michael Lustina up to bat. He was the final batter in yesterday's affair. First pitch taken for a strike.
Lustina, the 5'10" senior to Austin, Texas, so far this season's kind of been struggling. He's only batting .217.
Runner goes, throw over to second. It's a good throw. Yeah, they got him. Excellent throw by J.D. Blair. He hosed down Cam Champness, and that is how the first inning's going to end. Back-to-back homers, one by Baker, one by Jones. As the Tigers up 3-0. We'll take a break on the Tiger Network as we head to the second inning. Welcome back to the Tiger Network. I'll just run you through the defensive alignment for the Tigers real quick. Matthias Riding completes the battery with Trajan Lee, who's pitching. Will Baker at first, Michael Lustina at second, Kai Tinker at third, Cam Champman is playing shortstop, Nick Jones is in left, Caleb Woodward in center, and Maddox McDonald in right field. That is your defensive alignment for the Tigers. First pitch, first swing, it's a hit. It is drifting out into right field. The catch made by Maddox McDonald. That'll be an early retirement for Ethan Costello, who flew out before I even got to introduce him.
They get the replay right here. Fortunately for Costello, just wasn't able to maybe get a little luck from the wind. And it's pretty much same spot the Tigers just got back-to-back home runs on. Just not enough power and wind on that one, though.
That one poked down to right field. Given a ride, Maddox McDonald scurrying over. Ooh, he collides with the bullpen fence. He is no worse for wear, though. The dugout gives a roar as he's right back on his feet. Foul ball. Bugged out into right field. Max McDonald, that is a player that has some true grit. J.D. Blair up to bat for the Mountaineers, the catcher. Takes pitch one for a ball.
Blair, the freshman out of Mico, Texas, so far this season's batting .279.
Next pitch, not in the zone. 2-1 count for Blair. Ball that broke into the zone is fouled off. 2-2 count as it evens up. And these series against the Mountaineers are always a bit weird. I don't know what it is about the Schreiner Trinity rivalry, but something strange seems to happen every series. Called strike 3, right on the corner for Trajan Lee. That'll be the first out of the inning.
Gonna get the replay right here. Trajan Lee pretty much right down the middle, 81 miles per hour. Caught him looking for his first strikeout of the day.
There's Jared Salinas. Takes ball one from Trajan Lee as we reach this bottom part of the Mountaineer order, the 8-hole bat. Salinas fouls it off. Gonna be a 1-1 count. Trajan Lee, after having some struggles back in the first, looking a bit more comfortable here in the second. Next pitch. That misses. Now, I swear that the 1-0 pitch ago was a foul ball. I could have sworn, but both our scoreboards saying 3-0. I'm pretty sure it's a 2-1 count, but I suppose I could be wrong. And I think I'm right, because that would have been a walk otherwise. It's a 3-1 count for Salinas. Batter's count pitch. That strike was a bit on the outside part of the zone. Salinas thought he had a free trip to first, but he has to come back. (3-2) from Lee. It's poked out into right field. Maddox McDonald, easy enough play. And that's the inning. So no runs, no hits for the Mountaineers, no errors by the Tigers. We continue on in baseball in San Antonio. Join us for the bottom of the second after a quick break on the Tiger Network. Welcome back to the Tiger Network. Defensive alignment for the Mountaineers. Max Saceda and J.D. Blair, that's your battery with Blair behind the dish. Like Juarez over at first. Barrera at second. Costello at shortstop. Daniel Rodriguez playing a third. Rivera out in left. Lackey in center. And A.J. Rodriguez out in right field. It's your defensive alignment for the Mountaineers. And Michael Lucina will take the first pitch for a ball. He was up last inning, but it ended on a caught stealing, so he gets to come back. Not every day you see that. Ground ball, not fair. Right down the line. If it was fair, it would have caused quite a bit of damage. Next pitch from Saceda. Another ball. 2-1 count for Michael Lustina.
Mentioned earlier, Stino's kind of been struggling with his bat so far, only batting .217 on the season, with 46 at-bats coming into this game, and only 10 hits. But he scored 11 runs and has had 2 doubles and 5 RBIs.
Saceda dropped a breaking ball in for a strike. It's a 2-2 count for Michael Lustina. Popped up over our heads. We'll watch it bounce. Takes a couple of bounces. Oh, 4 bounces off the roof. It's been a while since we had a 4 bouncer up here. Rocking it out into left field. It's deep. It's gone. Michael Lustina, the defensive wizard, swings the stick and goes yard. Holy moly. Every run that's come in to score today for the Tigers has been off the long ball. Michael Lustina.
Gonna get the replay of it right here. 75 miles per hour, right down the middle. Lustina, bat, all the way home. And he's able to, I kind of break his curse so far of not really hitting so well this season. He picks up his first home run of his season.
Now Matthias Riding. First pitch he takes is a foul ball. And Michael Lustina, they love his defense, and anything he gets offensively is a bit of a bonus, a big bonus there that time with the solo shot. So 0-2 count for Matthias Riding, who's another one of those defensive players. Anything that they get offensively is a bonus. It's a swing and a miss. They have to throw it to first. So strikeout for Matthias Riding. Man, that was crazy. That's 3 home runs in a game. Now I'm trying to remember the last time we've had 3 in a game. But Kai Tinker, we'll see if he can put some power into this ball. It's 4-0 here for baseball. 5-0 over at softball with Trinity leading. Ball hit the turf, went off of the mask of Blair. 1-0 count. Next pitch from Max. Ground ball. Throw over to first. Is in time. Routine play. Costello had no trouble fielding it. That's 2 outs in the inning.
Now back up to at bat for the Tigers is number 24, Caleb Woodward.
We'll see what he can do. 0 for 1 today. Is an unassisted out. That slow ground ball down the first base line. Yeah, I think for Saceda, it's that breaking ball that he uses to generate some outs. Strike is called. But when you hang those breaking balls, batter will tee off on it. It's that double-edged sword. Another breaking ball, too low and too inside. Ball 2. Fouls it off, 2-2 count.
So far in the day, Saceda's only given up 5 hits, but the Tigers have been able to score 4, mainly due to the 3 home runs.
Oh, get Woodward swinging, throw over to first, gets away. So Woody is gonna be safe at first. He strikes out, gets on base anyways.
Let me get the replay of it right here. Woody goes for a little jog right there. A little bit of a big mistake there from Juarez. Could have escaped this inning, but Tigers stay alive.
Now Maddox McDonald can try and continue the inning for the Tigers beyond what it should have been. I was kind of wondering because when Matthias Riding struck out, the throw over to first from Blair was a little off. And then that one, they check over at first on Woodward, but the throw when Woody was heading the first, not only wasn't the best, but Juarez just couldn't get his mitt on it either. So we'll see if that mistake results in an extra run for the Tigers. It's a 2-0 count for Maddox McDonald. And head coach for the Mountaineers, Coach Brisbane, will head out to the mound and talk with his pitcher. I think a good thing to do in this situation. It's one of those situations as a pitcher where it's like, man, should have been out of this inning, but now I've got to face another guy, and I also have a guy on first base. I think it's good for Coach Brisbane to go out there and just remind the goal of, let's just get out of this inning. We got 2 outs on the board.
Three pitches is all it takes to send the Mountaineers back.
We'll see if the talk from Coach Brisbane has inspired Max Saceda. And Woody fakes as if he's going to go. It's a 3-0 count for Maddox McDonald. Woody using his presence on first base to distract Saceda. They'll check on him. Woody slides in safe. Well, you got Lazera due up and Baker in the hole. Strike called. Batters count for Maddox McDonald. So much better start offensively for the Tigers here in game 2. A walk drawn by Maddox McDonald. Runner gets put in scoring position. And we will bring up Nick Lazera. He steps on up to the Oche to try and score a run for the Tigers. He had a single bag in his first at-bat. Woodward on second, McDonald on first. First pitch misses for ball 1.
Lazera so far this season batting .410 with 100 at-bats and 41 hits with 23 runs and 32 RBIs.
And the Mountaineers have shifted pretty hard into right field. Lazera pokes into left. It's going to be foul. One of those go figure moments. You shift to the right, the guy hits it to the left. But Barrera is standing pretty much on the outfield grass, a couple steps away from that infield turf. That one's poked foul. No track going on today, so that one can just land harmlessly. One-two count for Lazera, the pitch. Ground ball, Juarez able to glove it. steps on the back for the out. Well, only 1 run of damage done, but it was a big shot by Michael Lustina. It's 4-0, Tigers up. We'll come back with more baseball in San Antonio. You don't want to miss it, because right now it's more like Slam Antonio. Welcome back to the Tiger Network. And now, 9-hole bat for the Mountaineers coming up. As you know, the Mountaineers haven't gone through their batting order quite yet. Trajan Lee still on the mound. First pitch, misses away for Barrera. Nate Barrera. See if the 9-hole bat can get things started for the Mountaineers.
Barrera so far this season's been .236 with 2 home runs, 13 RBIs, and 14 runs.
Ground ball right back to Lee. Hey, look what I found. First out of the inning.
Get the replay right here. Barrera just hopped right into Lee's glove, pretty much right to him. He's able to run over and bring Barrera to first. The big first out here for the Tigers.
Looking like Greg Maddox out there. Well, back to the top of the order for the Mountaineers. It's Daniel Rodriguez. First swing and a miss. We want to give a big thank you to the San Antonio Alumni Club for supporting Trinity Baseball. They hosted an alumni event before the game today. Another swing and a miss. 0-2 count for Daniel Rodriguez. They hosted that event to support the team. They got a round of applause before the game. Big thank you to them and their support. And strike 3, Daniel Rodriguez down on minimal pitches. Trajan Lee is on a roll now.
Replay right here, Trajan Lee right down the middle, 80 miles per hour. Caught him looking for his second strikeout of the day.
Wasn't expecting that breaking ball to break where it did. Left him frozen. First pitch too low on the 89-mile-per-hour fastball. It's ball 1 for Rivera. He had what turned out to be the game-winning RBIs yesterday, Rivera. Looking to do more damage with the stick now that the Mountaineers are down by 4. Ground ball gets through into right field underneath Will Baker. So base runner for the Mountaineers here in the 3rd.
Get the replay of it right here. That is now Rivera's 5th hit of the series so far, because on the day he's now 2 for 2, with yesterday going 3 for 3.
It's another addition. So strike is called to AJ Rodriguez. It's another edition of the battle for I-10. Got several teams in the SCAC that have I-10 run through or by their towns or cities. Ground ball right past Lee. We'll see if they can get out of this. They're not going to be able to. And I would be shocked if it's not a base hit. That was a bit of an unfortunate play. There's not much either Cam Champness nor Michael Lustina could do there.
Get the replay right there. That one just kind of popped over Lee's glove, not able to get there in time.
We'll see if the glow stick can do some damage for Blake Juarez. 1 for 1 today. Try a pick attempt over at second base. It's a cloudy day in San Antonio. I don't think we've seen the sun at all during this game. Quick pitch. It is golfed out into center field, but Caleb Woodward makes the easy catch, and that'll end the top of the frame. So some base runners got on for the Mountaineers, but nothing comes in to score. It is still 4-0 Tigers up. Stay tuned on the Tiger Network. Welcome back to the Tiger Network. Max Sauceda still on the mound for the Mountaineers. Looking for another inning out of him. But Will Baker is one of a couple of Tigers today that have a home run. This was a 2-run shot off the bat. That was gone, if you don't quite remember that home run. The first pitch is taken for a strike. Well, Baker, brother of Jack Baker, who's now an alumni. Ground ball. That'll be an easy out for the Mountaineers to get. Barrera has no trouble fielding his position. So Nick Jones coming up to the plate. See what he can do. Oh, he's another guy who hit a home run. It was back-to-back home runs. First pitch, ground ball. Gotta watch out if you're Champness over there.
One thing that's really been impressive so far about this Schreiner squad is the defensive work. Yesterday, we saw Rivera playing right field. He had a lot of really good plays, made a lot of game-winning plays a couple of times. And we saw Costello, who is back again playing shortstop. He made a really, really good athletic kind of Superman diving catch for an out yesterday.
Jones using his eyes to stave off some pitches. Foul ball. It's a 2-2 count for Nick Jones. Last time the Tigers have hit 3 or more home runs was at Ozarks a couple weeks ago. In game 2, they hit 4. Weak grounder. Throw over to first in time. So good job by Sauceda to take the two guys that hit bombs off of him and make them weakly ground out this time around. Costello, that was an easy play for him thanks to the great pitching from Saceda. We'll see how Cam Champness deals with Saceda and his adjustments. That was loud off the bat, but it was a foul ball.
Champness, the junior out of Katy, Texas, so far this season, has been batting .333 with 31 at-bats and 10 hits coming into this game, as well as 4 RBIs and 2 doubles.
Oh, 2 count in the other batter's box. Champness will just watch that one roll away from J.D. Blair. And the throw back to Max Saceda gets away. Well, nobody's on base, so nothing gonna come in or advance. So good job for Saceda to get those guys out, or else that would have been a problem. Peel to first, he didn't go. So Champness has flipped this into an even count. Swing and a miss, ball gets away. Throw to first base, that one much cleaner. So Champness strikes out, and that was a quick bottom of the third. Stay tuned on the Tiger Network. It is still 4-0, Trinity up. Welcome back to the Tiger Network. Hope you're ready for the 4th inning, because we up here on the roof certainly are. Everybody here in San Antonio certainly is as well. Trajan Lee back on for another inning of work. Trajan Lee having a good start so far. After some troubles in the first, he has really settled in. First pitch to Lackey. He'll take it for a ball. Lackey, he grounded into a double play last time he was at the plate. A 2-0 count. Next pitch from Trajan Lee. It's a 3-0 count, as now the command is a little wild for Lee. He threatens to walk the first batter in 4 pitches. And that's a 4-pitch walk. Trajan Lee will try and shake that start off. T.S. Riding almost went out to have a visit at the mound, but he goes back. So man on first for the Mountaineers.
For those of you sports fans, another sporting event in San Antonio just kicked off. The Final Four, the NCAA Division I March Madness Tournament. game featuring Auburn and the Florida Gators has just kicked off. So if you can, please keep us on the split screen and keep paying attention as we keep going through this fantastic baseball game between Schreiner and Trinity.
Indeed, indeed. Now, as an Arkansas fan, I hate both those teams. So, but for March Madness bracket purposes, I want Auburn to win. Ground ball, gets through, past the diving Cam Champness. Runners only advance the base, but still no outs. Trajan Lee starting to get some deja vu here in the 4th inning. Different part of the Mountaineer order, though.
Hit the replay right there. Maybe a little bit of a miscommunication between Kai Tinker and Cam Champness as both tried to get there. Champness ultimately dove for it, wasn't able to get there in time.
Bunt flashed, strike called, nobody goes. The best outcome that the Tigers could have wished for. It's J.D. Blair, who they've tasked to try and lay down a bunt. They'll try it again. It's popped up. Oh, diving play can't be made. Throw can't go anywhere. Unfortunate for Trajan Lee. That is tough. It was a great diving attempt.
So here in the replay, Trajan Lee lays out for it, just not able to get there. Maybe like half a centimeter even off his glove.
That'll go down as a hit. Heck of an effort from Lee. Now Jared Salinas. Opportunity with bases loaded and no outs. There is a jam on the base paths. First pitch is a strike. About as many jams on the base paths today as 281 has usually, or at least when I drive on it. And an appeal. Well, it's going to be a 1 count. Go to a 1-1 count. The appeal fails. Fouled back. It's a 1-2 count for Salinas. Trying not to strike out would be the worst possible outcome for Salinas. Nearly over his head. 2-2 count.
Good job by Redding there, able to get up and prevent a Mountaineer from attempting to steal home.
Who's gonna win this chess match? Tipped into the glove, strikeout. That's big for Trajan Lee and the Tigers. First out of the inning via the strikeout.
Hit the replay of it right here. 89-mile-per-hour fastball right down the middle, and Trajan Lee picks up his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon.
So things will be passed on to Nate Barrera to try and get any runs across. Strike 1 to Barrera. One of the hardest things to do in all of sports, hit a baseball. You're throwing 89 to 90 miles per hour. It's difficult. Something flew off of Barrera, not quite sure. A little wrist strap, it looks like. Fouled it off. 0-2 count for Barrera now. I think you'd rather have 2 outs when Daniel Rodriguez comes to the plate than just 1. 0-2 pitch from Lee. Good eyes. The ball broke out of the zone. The wind comes in. We'll see how it affects the play. 1-2 pitch for Trajan Lee. Strike 3 called. That's 2 outs on the board. He punches out Barrera, and things swinging back into Lee's favor. Daniel Rodriguez will step up to the plate. It's another opportunity for the Mountaineers that is quickly going south. We'll see if Rodriguez can get something out of it. Takes ball 1. Now the wind is messing with our speedometer, our radar gun. Gets the strike. It's a 1-1 count.
Trajan Lee 2 pitches away from getting out this pickle that he created. Would be a really big momentum boost here for the Tigers.
It's a good pitch, but not in the zone, says the home plate umpire. 2-1 count, 2 outs on the board. Gabriel Lee, you're looking for pretty much any sort of contact in the infield. That pitch misses outside, and now Lee in the precarious position of potentially walking in a run. It's a batter's count for Daniel Rodriguez. Batter's count. And that's going to be a walk. The first run of the game for the Mountaineers will score.
Definitely not the way that Trinity wanted to give up the first run to the Mountaineers. But they still have a 3-lead run with 4-1 Tigers.
So now Sean Rivera will try and keep the inning going, but a meeting between Coach Dave Smith and his pitcher and his catcher. I don't think it's going to be a change. 2 outs on the board. The rule of thumb for Trinity starters is usually you go 6 innings. You try your best to go 6 innings. And that is the case here as well. They certainly have a lot of trust in Trajan Lee to get out of this jam. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Not the worst jam to be in because you have that forced out everywhere. It's just that moment that you need to have him put it weakly into play somewhere. It's a strike to Rivera. A runner at every station. Pitch win, bit too close inside for comfort. It's a 1-1 count. Can't really see it due to the umpire standing in the way. One pitch. It's put up in the air. Well, Baker trying to make a play on it and not able to make the play. The wind whipping around. But makes it a 1-2 count for Trajan Lee against Rivera.
Rivera is definitely the man you want in this position for the Mountaineers. So far on the day, he's 2 for 2, and he had 3 hits yesterday.
The battle of 2 teams that have the color red in their uniform. Ground ball fell. Red and black. Lee trying to get out of the jam. Rivera trying to continue the jam. Fouled off. Rivera stays alive. Now the flag's out in center field, trying to get some more movement. So the wind picks up a little bit more. Nice day in San Antonio. It's no longer hot and humid. Ground ball. We'll see if it ends it. Throw to first. Not in time. The inning's going to continue. The throw from Champness just didn't quite have the strength over to first base. That's another run for the Mountaineers.
Get the replay of it right here. Champness able to ground it very well. Maybe we took a couple extra bounces there, but threw it in the dirt. Wasn't able to get direct.
Yeah, it was a slow enough ground ball from Rivera that it took too much time to get to it. It's ball one to AJ Rodriguez. So 2 runs scratched across this inning by the Mountaineers. One count for AJ Rodriguez. Got an arm warming up in the bullpen for the Tigers. In case this inning continues to go south. A ball. To the chagrin of the Trinity crowd, called a ball.
One thing that should be a note is Trajan Lee so far in the day has a 71 ball pitch count.
It's going to be batter's count for Rodriguez. Mountaineers have done very well this inning to take advantage of the mistakes that Trajan Lee has made on the mound. And strike called. And Rodriguez better hurry because we've got a pitch clock. Oh, and a timeout got called by the home plate umpire. So I don't know how the pitch clock works with that, but either way, we won't have a violation. And they catch runner going for home. And they get him. And hold on a second. We're having a discussion between the umpires.
The replay of it right here.
And they are wanting to call this one a balk. We'll see the discussion between the umpires. And a run's gonna score. So everyone will head back out onto the field.
We're gonna get the replay of it here.
Yeah, you can see he starts his motion and then he does a step back to step off the rubber. You can't do that. That's a balk. Oh, that's the wrong replay. Never mind. We'll analyze it properly when we get it up. I promise you that. Okay, this should be the proper replay. So yeah, that one motion right there. Can't do that. So balk didn't run, makes it 3-4. Poked out into left field. We'll see if it ends it. A couple Tigers heading over, and the ball falls! 2 runs are gonna score! The Mountaineers at the lead! It has been an inning of errors for the Tigers. Nick Jones could not catch the ball.
Get the replay of it here, Rodriguez does a good job because battling it, pops the ball up. One thing that should be really noted, it was very, very windy just there a couple seconds ago, and Nick Jones is not really able to get there in time. There's couple other people there that he called off in the end. But just a very disastrous play there for the Tigers as they've sort of been falling apart here in the top of the fourth.
And that is the end of the day for Trajan Lee. The Tiger ace will head back into the dugout, not getting enough innings to record us a full quality start. Well, pitching change in San Antonio. Mountaineers have the lead. They look to win this series against the Tigers. We'll take a break on the Tiger Network. Stay tuned. Well, welcome back to the Tiger Network. Interesting situations going on, but Will Taylor on the mound for the Tigers. Has not allowed an earned run on his illustrious record. Strike one to Blake Juarez. Will Taylor, the word to describe him and his pitching style, unconventional. He has Juarez down quickly in an 0-2 count. But A.J. Rodriguez driving in 2 runs. Ground ball, and that'll end the inning. So Will Taylor helps the Tigers get out of that nightmare inning. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Mountaineers are up 5-4. We'll see what the Tigers can do in the bottom of the fourth.
Oh, man.
Welcome back to the Tiger Network. Tigers are finding themselves down. Alumni Club here today. Good. Kids running out pregame. Yeah, it's always nice to get the youths involved. Everyone ran out during the starting lineups being announced. Michael Lustina finds himself with a 1-1 count after swinging at that. Next pitch. Won't be a strike. Leaves the glove of J.D. Blair. Last time up for Lucina. Oh, well, we almost had it. Poked out into right field. It's deep, off the wall. Lucina will head to second. A double for Michael Lucina. Can somebody say a cycle alert, maybe? He's got the wheels for the triple, that's for sure.
Get the replay of it right here. Those of you remember his first at-bat, he got a home run off that one. Now this one goes off the wall. Just not enough wind, not enough power on that one, but still very close.
See, for Lucina, it's always been that, well, could he get the cycle? It's always the home run that's been that pesky obstacle. We'll see the home run here. He just crushes it out on the left. Back in the second inning, he put up the one run that the Tigers had in the second inning. Yeah, Lucina definitely has the speed for a triple. So if he keeps working at the pace he is, and the bats keep going the way they do, you know, just put that out there. Put it out there. But Matthias Riding will try and drive in Michael Lucina. First pitch, way out in front of that pitch. Max Sacia, it's got to be nice to be back out onto the mound with the lead. Quite serendipitous for Saceda. Steps off. He'll check Lucina back to second base. It's been an exciting game so far here in San Antonio. They check on Lucina over at second. Nothing happening. And man, it is a bit bizarre. The flag's out in center field. The American flag, it's like almost not moving, but moving at the same time. It's very still, a still breeze. Matthias Riding.
Riding so far the day is 0 for 1 as he struck out in the second.
See on that angle there what I was getting at. Oh, Matthias trying to bunt. A strike. So 1-2 count for Matthias Riding. We'll see what he can do against Saceda. Saceda not being shook by Lucina on second. Pokes it out into left field. And Lucina will not tag up. Matthias Riding will be retired. Rivera making that easy catch out in left. Now we have Kai Tinker. He steps up with the stick. We'll see if he can stick one into the alley and tie this game up for the Tigers. Max Saceda, 64 pitches. Ground ball, well fielded by Saceda, great snag. Gets the out at first.
Hit the replay of it right here. Saceda able to track back, get the out at first, but the Tigers have a man on third, and we are definitely in scoring position here for Caleb Woodward as he starts out his bat.
We'll see if Woody can get the run in. They'll trade the baseball. They don't want that one anymore. So Saceda wants a different one. Probably scuffed up. Woody trying to get Lustina home. Button flash for a moment. Gonna be a ball. Lustina trying to distract Saceda, but he puts the strike in. 1-1 count. One pitch for Saceda. Weak ground ball down the first base line. And the Mountaineers maintain their lead. They're hyped. They have a lot of reason to be. Another unfortunate weak ground ball down the first base line for Caleb Woodward that he probably wished went foul. Keeps us at a 5-4 score. We'll head to the 5th inning. Stay tuned on the Tiger Network. Welcome back to the Tiger Network. Will Taylor. She'll take on Kale Lackey. We'll see what Will Taylor does. Very unique pitcher, Will Taylor. First pitch. Not close to Matthias Riding. Call for a mulligan. 1-0 count.
Lakey so far in the day is 0 for 1, but he has scored 1 run and has had 1 stolen base.
A 1-1 count for Lackey. Will Taylor has that fastball that he throws at different speeds, depending on what he's feeling.
That one there, though, 87 miles per hour.
Next pitch from Taylor. Flown out in the left field. And no play made. Very deep into the bullpen. Two count. Next pitch from Taylor. That one's fouled. The Schreiner coach on the third base line. Almost made a play on it. I wouldn't have made a play on it. That would probably hurt if you took a bare hand attempt at that. Fouled off. Swing and a miss. Will Taylor gets him. 79 mile per hour pitch. Sends Lackey back to the dugout. Ethan Costello. Try to get something going for the Nears. Ground ball. Right over to Kai Tinker. Throw to first in time. A much quicker AB.
So far today, they've been a really long at-bats on both sides, both on the Schreiner side and the Trinity side. A lot of foul balls. A lot of just kind of pitchers looking around, trying to catch folks on bases.
First pitch to J.D. Blair. in the turf for ball 1. And the wind picks up just a little bit. Next pitch from Taylor. That is a strike. The 5-4 lead for the Mountaineers. Weak grounder back to Will Taylor, and Will Taylor finishes the inning on his own. Gets the nice throw over to Will Baker. It's still 5-4 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Due up, Maddox McDonald, Nick Lazera, and Will Baker. Stay tuned on the Tiger Network. Welcome back to the Tiger Network. And I don't think things are going too well for Florida over in that first game of the Final Four here in San Antonio. But it's Maddox McDonald taking on Max Saceda. Bunt flash, it's dropped. We'll see if McDonald can run it out. Throw to first is too high. McDonald slid back into first, and he might have rolled his ankle there.
Get the replay of it right here. Once down the line, makes it safe there. On his way back in, kind of took a little bit of a fall right there.
And I wonder if it was a touching the bag thing, or maybe Maddox thought he accidentally turned for a moment to go to second, because if you do that, then the first baseman has free rein to tag you out. I'm not quite sure exactly what happened, but either way, looks like Maddox McDonald okay again. He took a tumble into the Mountaineer bullpen and came out okay. First pitch to Nick Lazera is a ball.
So far in the day, I believe McDonald has earned the grittiest player of the game.
I'll give Michael Lustina my skactacular play of the game for his home run. A strike, 1-1 count. Of course, that is unless something more amazing happens. It's not a finalized award, the skactacular play of the game. Check over at first, not in time. It was a close play, but Maddox McDonald able to slide in.
Lazera so far in the day is 1 for 2 with a 1 run.
He's got Maddox McDonald on first. He tries to steal, throw to second. They didn't get him. A swim move by Maddox McDonald keeps him safe. I thought they had him at first. The throw was definitely in time, but a good slide for Maddox.
Get the replay of it here. McDonald coming in. Seeing the replay, barely got there in time, was able to skirt around the tag. Mountaineers don't look so happy about that. McDonald, though, maybe in a little pain as he's kind of keeling over, taking a couple breaths.
Yeah, Coach Brisbane is talking with one of the umpires. He will protest for a moment, but he's not going to make anything out of it. So runner at second in the form of Maddox McDonald. The Tigers just trying to get a man into scoring position. Be aggressive on those base paths. Lazaro working with the 1-1 count. He crushes it into right center field. See ya later. You can put that baby on the scoreboard. It is 6-5.
Another big home run there for the Tigers. Dare I say, skactacular, as Reed likes to say.
As you hear the music.
Get the replay of it right here, right down the middle, 69 miles per hour, I believe. Lazara gets a bat right behind it, draws it all the way back. Then a very similar spot where we just saw a home run earlier today by the Tigers. Tigers now take the lead, 6-5, Trinity.
I think the only thing Saceda could think when that was hit was, Mamma Mia. Well, turn of tables here in San Antonio as the Tigers are up 6-5. They hit their 4th home run of the game. That has put them in the lead. That's going to be the end of the day for Max Saceda. He put in a solid performance for the Mountaineers. Gave them what they wanted, just get through as many innings as you can, limit the damage. All the runs they gave up were off the long ball. We'll take a break on the Tiger Network. When we come back, we'll introduce you to the new Mountaineer on the mound.
Can we request that Cole Isaacson?
Welcome back to the Tiger Network. New pitcher on the mound for the Mountaineers. Relieving Max Saceda. It's Luke Rogers. He's from Oregon. ERA above 8. He'll look to improve it. First pitch. And for a strike to Will Baker. So Tigers have gotten the lead back, Andrew. They've gotten it all from the long ball. Next pitch, in for a strike, so Baker down a 0-2 count.
Indeed, Trinity's batting outing today so far has been really good. They're 8 for 20 as a team, batting exactly .400.
Baker, it's lined and it's gone. Will Baker does it again. A solo shot off the Just Do It sign. Well, he did it again. He did it again, Andrew.
Make that home run number 5 for the Trinity Tigers here on this afternoon.
And he'll get to jump and the celebration.
Gonna get the replay of it right here, right down the middle. Baker takes it all the way. The Just Do It sign has gotten a lot of action today so far. I believe 3 balls have gone past it, that one hitting it.
We'll make that a season high in home run output, 5 home runs. First swing from Jones. If he made solid contact with that, that might have been a 6th, but he fouls it off. Strike 1. Ground ball, that's foul. Tigers won the series up in Kerrville last year. They won it in a 2-1 fashion. The odd thing was is that the game the Mountaineers won was against Jackson Tier, who was practically untouchable. It might have been his first start back from injury. Might have to put that asterisk. But still, weird things happen when Trinity plays Schreiner. That's my running thesis.
Well, last night definitely proves that, so.
And that pitch hit Jones, so we'll take a stroll over to first. Loses him on the 1-2 count, bit unfortunate. No outs, runner on first. Camp Champness up to bat. It is 7-5. Let's see what Champness can do with Nick Jones on first base. Runner goes, and ball gets under the glove of the third baseman. It's just gonna be a single. Rodriguez could not glove it.
Good effort though from Rodriguez, as we're gonna get the replay of it. Lays out for it, just not able to get down in time. And Champness picks up his 2nd hit of the day.
Now we got Michael Lustina. He's 2 for 2 today. He has a home run. And we'll see how the Tigers keep approaching these Schreiner pitchers. Strike taken by Lustina. Lustina 2 steps away from the cycle. That'd be pretty cool if he was able to get it. Tough thing to do. Tough thing to do. Ground ball. Flip over to second in time. It'll just reach on a fielder's choice. Runners at the corners for the Tigers now. 1 out, away. It's the most home runs that the Tigers have hit since 2022. Back then, on April 30th, they had 7 home runs against Austin College in a 19-3 shellacking of the Roos. Of course, that team went to the College World Series. That team hit out of their mind that year. Runner goes. They're not going to throw it. I'd say a wise decision by J.D. Blair.
Riding on the day so far, 0 for 2 as he struck out in the 2nd.
Rogers trying to limit the damage. Ground ball, that's going to get through into right field. 1 run will come across. They'll send a second. No, they won't. They hold up the man at third. So Lustina heads to third base. Nick Jones comes in to score. It is now 8-5. Tigers up.
Replay of it right there. Riding able to beat Juarez. Pretty much down almost really near first base. Get an RBI and extend the Tiger lead.
So Schreiner now down by 3. They can come back from down by more. They've done so in this game, but Kai Tinker will look to pour on some runs. Still just one out in the inning. Double play opportunity on the table for the Mountaineers. Bunt flash. Pick over to first. They didn't get him. That was a close play over at first. Riding had to slide in. Too close for comfort.
Indeed, Ryan was almost caught there as we're going to get the replay of it right here. Ryan trying to go for a second. I don't quite know what he was trying to do there, but thankfully for him, he was safe at first.
They check over at first. Juarez falls down. He secures the ball, doesn't get away from him. It's one of those things of, do you send Riding to second? Because if you do, and they throw it, you can send Lucina home. Bunt shown. It's a ball. So the Tigers rebounding here in the 5th after 2 scoreless innings. Bunt flashed and popped up, so 2-1 count for Kai Tinker. Yeah, those runners at the corners can get a sacrifice fly to bring in Lucina. You just crank it out into the outfield. Bunt laid down. Brings in the runner, throw to first. It's a lollipop throw over the head. Riding will head to third. And that will certainly go down as an error.
You can get the replay of it right here. Really good bunt there by Tinker, able to get pretty good down the first line. Herrera not really able there to get that throw a little high there.
So welcome back, Woody. See what he does at the plate this time around. He's 0 for 3, looking for his first hit of the day. An error has been issued. And that pitch was very far inside. Woodward had to dance his way to not get hit by the ball. So the inning continues. Bunt shown, it's dropped, but foul. It was a good bunt laid down by Kai Tinker. That's what the Tigers wanted. Lay down the bunt, have the runner running in from third. It worked a bit better than I think they were hoping it would. You can see Tinker at first. A strike to Caleb Woodward. 1-2 count. Takes that pitch for a ball. Evens it up at 2-2. Ground ball. It is gloved by Juarez, but too indecisive. Woodward safe. Should be a single, and yes it is. RBI single for Caleb Woodward, as that will drive in Matthias Riding.
I'm gonna get the replay of it right here. Juarez laid out for it, not really able to get up in time. Didn't know where he wanted to go with it. He was looking at second, decided maybe I'll try to flip it to first. Luke Rogers not able to get over and cover that, and Woodward is able to stay safe. Only 1 out on the board right now.
We'll see. I think there might have been a problem on the transfer for Juarez. Either way, it's 9-5 turns to 10-5. Ball gets away, runners will advance. Maddox McDonald now doesn't have to worry about there being force outs anywhere. The game goes on and on. Tigers have put up a 6 spot here in the bottom of the 5th so far. Schreiner infield playing in. Ball 2. Wonder if they're waiting for the bunt from Maddox McDonald.
McDonald so far on the day is 1 for 2 with a run and a stolen base.
Once fouled back. And the Trinity softball team will end up sweeping the Mountaineers up in Kerrville. Won game 3, 7-0. So congratulations to the softball team, who's probably on the bus back. Poked down into right field. We'll see if it clears the bags. It does! Mad Maddox! Another home run for the Tigers. This one, it does a lot of damage. Second hit of the inning for Maddox McDonald. A 9-run inning for the Tigers. It's 13-5.
That's also home run number 6, I believe. Number 6 on the day. We're going to get the replay of it right here. McDonald finds the right field once again. I believe 5 of the 6 home runs that the Tigers currently scored have been in and around right field. 3 of them going over the Just Do It sign.
A lot of home runs for the Tigers today. More than I've seen in a game in my time here, other than that one Austin College game. So now Schreiner will make a change on the mound. Trinity has opened up this game quite a bit. They came into this inning down, and now they are up by a lot. We'll take a break on the Tiger Network. It's 13-5 Tiger advantage. Welcome back to the Tiger Network. New pitcher on the mound for the Schreiner Mountaineers. Number 35, Rudy Gonzalez. Well, no ERA, no innings pitched. We'll see how this goes for the new man on the mound, in quite the literal sense. Nick Lazera. He got the gabagool last time he was up to bat. Crushed into right field. He did it again. Nick Lazera, solo shot out the first pitch he sees. He gave him an offer he couldn't refuse. And Nick Lazera made him pay.
Not the best showing there for Gonzalez, as make that number 7 home run of the game today. Nick Lazara. We're going to get the replay of it right here. Right down the middle, Lazara takes it all the way to right field for, I believe, the 6th home run that's gone in that direction.
Yeah, that baseball got absolutely hammered. That was way gone. Pretty much every one of these has been way gone. I think Maddox's might have been the most like, well, maybe, but even then, I was pretty confident that that was gone. But hey, Will Baker, he's got a home run. 2 home runs for Lazera in the inning. I'm trying to think. Man, 7 home runs in a game. It's a pretty crazy statistic. Be sure to bring this one up to Cole. Ground ball should get through. It does. So Will Baker continues the hit parade for the Tigers. They've done a lot of this damage with just 1 out.
Get the replay of it here. Baker finds the gap right there, able to get run through. Baker, another one of the guys who has 2 home runs so far in this game.
So welcome back. Nick Jones, he's got a home run. But at this point, might be asking ourselves who doesn't have a home run. First pitch in for a strike, 64-mile-per-hour ball. He's got a runner on first. Next pitch to Jones. Gets away. That took a bad bounce off of the catcher. Made it easy to go to second. That was a wicked bounce off of J.D. Blair. One count.
Jones so far in the day is 1 for 2 with 2 runs, an RBI, and a home run.
Wisely watches that ball. Makes it a 2-1 count for Jones. This game has been blown wide open. Tigers are just 1 run away from being in run rule territory. Now it's a batter's count for Nick Jones. And we're at the point where Tigers have scored 10 runs in the bottom of the 5th, so the scoreboard actually says 0 in the bottom of the 5th. Strike called. Full count for Nick Jones. It's been a while since I've seen them put up 10 runs in an inning.
Definitely a very good response to last night's game.
Well, Jones will stroll on over to first base. Runners on first and second for Cam Champness. Yeah, this has been a... So Cam Champness coming up. He's got 2 hits for his day so far, as the Tiger lineup just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling. That's popped up. We'll see if they can make the out. The ball falls. It's fair. Jones has to run. There's no one covering second. So everybody is safe. Quite an odd play. I feel like there might be a question. I thought they might call Jones out for interference. But it looks like, I think that's the argument that Coach Brisbane is going to make, because Juarez,
We're going to get the replay of it here. Champness pops it up. Jones walking back to the base, kind of blocks Juarez trying to make the play there.
so they called the infield fly, so the runner will not be at first. So Champness is still out. So that was what the discussion was about. Michael Lustina. He's got a home run. First pitch for a ball. But 2 outs for the Mountaineers now. They're just 1 away from ending this nightmare scenario of an inning. Ground ball, but it is foul. Runners on second and third for Lucina. Next pitch, in for a strike. Big breaking ball from Rudy Gonzalez. So Gonzalez up in the count against Lucina. We'll see what this pitch is. Grounded. Throw over to first. Is in time. So Schreiner has this inning mercifully end. A 10 spot for the Tigers. It gives them a huge lead. It is 14-5 after an onslaught by the Tigers. Stay tuned on the Tiger Network. We've got more baseball coming up in San Antonio. Welcome back to the Tiger Network. Will Taylor, he must be like, man, I don't know if I can pitch still. Basically got a day's worth of rest, but he's back out there. First pitch, swing and a miss. And the man at the plate, Jared Salinas.
Salinas so far on the day is 0 for 2 with a strikeout.
Next pitch, too low, 1-1 count. Taylor has been effective in his start so far. His appearance rather. Swing and a miss. Taylor works quick. He's got a very fast pace. All right, we'll see what Taylor does here. And he caught the corner, strikeout. Looking good, locating by Will Taylor.
Taylor's second strikeout of the evening now. Gonna replay of it here.
First pitch fouled back by Nate Barrera. Taylor might have to also thank a good frame job by Matthias Schreiner. Very bit favorable. Ground ball is foul. So an 0-2 count for Barrera.
Barrera is also 0 for 2 on hitting today as he struck out in the 4th.
Wow, foul tip into the glove. 2 strikeouts for Will Taylor in the inning. Back-to-back punchies. We'll bring up Daniel Rodriguez. And Taylor using that unconventional style to his advantage, from the leg kick to the fastball that has no set speed to that off-speed craftsmanship. Ball 1 for Rodriguez. Swung through. 1-1 count, 86 miles per hour. 86 miles per hour, not mile per hours. Ball 2. So 2-1 count for Daniel Rodriguez. Watches that one up high. 86 on the radar gun. So a favorable count for Daniel Rodriguez, 3-1. That is flown out into shallow right. Catch is made. Another efficient inning for Will Taylor as he allowed Lucina to make that easy play in shallow right. Well, stay tuned. We're heading to the 7th inning. Or not the 7th inning, we're heading to the bottom of the 6th. I'm losing count. Stay tuned, I promise I'll have my stuff together when we come back in San Antonio. Welcome back to the Tiger Network. A new pitcher on the mound for the Nears. That is number 20, Cade Henry. No stats. Transfer from Howard Payne. HPU, they're in the ASC. A conference that Schreiner will soon be in. First pitch inside. That's going to be hit by pitch for Matthias Riding. He heads to first base.
Henry has a younger brother in Jacob, who is also a pitcher here for on the Schreiner Mountaineers.
Good familial connection there. Now there's quite a bit of familial connections. Ball 1 to Kai Tinker.
So far today, Kai Tinker is 1 for 3 with 1 run and an RBI.
A strike is issued against Kai Tinker. It's a 1-1 count. We got a pinch hitter on deck for the Tigers. It's Max Milligan. We'll take some practice swings. Strike 2 to Kai Tinker. Funny thing is that neither of these teams are going to be in the SCAC next year. Trinity will be off to the SAA and Schreiner will head to the ASC. Booked out in the right field. And correction, Schreiner will be heading to the ASC in 2026. 2026 academic year, I suppose. You know, that was breaking news a couple weeks ago that both McMurray and Schreiner are heading to the ASC. I guess for McMurray's case, they're heading back to the ASC. Hooked it to right field. It's foul. It's a 1-2 count. Pitch close inside, taken for a ball. ASC, they just had too much purple. They needed some needed some red, so they went out and got 2 red teams. That's a swing and a miss. Strikeout for Kai Tinker. Can't even run to first because there's already a man standing there. So the beekeeper will step up to the plate, Max Milligan. He is pinch hitting for Caleb Woodward. See if he can work some magic with Matthias riding on first base. Ball 1 taken.
Milligan so far this year is batting .246 with 57 at-bats, 20 runs, 14 hits, 5 doubles, and 16 RBIs.
Big looping breaking ball misses the zone. It looks like the sun is peering out through the clouds a little bit. It is still nothing but clouds out here in San Antonio. But if you want wind, we've got it down here right now. Throw to first. Matthias riding slides and safe.
Gary said we have a little too much wind.
You can take that wind back to Lubbock, or the Midland area. Apparently it feels like 57 degrees. Sounds about accurate. 3-0 count, although I can't say I dressed for the weather. Wearing shorts and slides. That was right down the middle. 3-1 count.
1 run is all the Tigers need to be close to a run rule here, as it is the bottom of the 6th.
That would put them in that territory. That is laced into center field. It's a base hit. So they keep the stick moving from batter to batter.
A replay of it here. Milligan able to find the gap. Dropped right in front of the center fielder. But the Tigers in a scoring position here with only 1 out.
Now pass me the rock, says Maddox McDonald as he steps up to the dish. 2 for 3 today. Home run, cleared the bases. 3-run shot was a big one. Runners at first and second for Maddox McDonald. Ball called. Tried to loop a breaking ball in the zone. Lazera is on deck. 1 out in the inning. Double play on the table. Wisely watches that. As Henry struggling to find the zone a little bit. 2-1. All the wind up here on the roof of the Bell Center. Maddox McDonald fouls it off. Evens the count up at 2 apiece. Hope you're enjoying your day so far, wherever you're tuning in from.
I know us up on the roof definitely are.
Oh my goodness, that was a that was a sharp liner. First base coach had to duck out of the way. Pull a matrix play. As Jack Spence, I believe, is wearing number 3.
Yeah, replay of it right there. Had to hit the deck.
You gotta have nerves of steel if you're a base coach. Not for the weak-hearted, that's for sure. Put up the middle. It's a base hit. They'll send the runner home. Though it's not going to be in time. Riding slides in safe. It is a 10-run gap between the Tigers and Mountaineers. RBI single for Maddox McDonald.
We're going to get the replay of it right here. McDonald able to take that ball right down the middle, right past Henry, and pull the RBI in. Now the Tigers have a possible run rule on their hands.
It makes it so the Mountaineers will have to score in the top of the 7th if they want the game to keep going. Ball 1 to Nick Lazera. Lazera, multi-home run game today. Strike called. 1-1 count. They've got that shift going on for Lazera again. The next pitch misses. 2-1 count for the designated hitter today for Trinity. It's kind of been the role that Lazera's had, either catcher or designated hitter.
So far today, he's really done his job as designated hitter, as he's 3 for 4, 3 runs, 3 RBIs, and 2 home runs. So I'd say he's definitely playing a really good role for the Tigers today.
A 2-2 count for Nick Lazera, as Henry tries to push this into the 7th inning. Ground ball, we'll see if it ends it. Flip over to second for 1. The first in time. Double play. A run comes across. It puts us into run rule territory. We'll head to the top of the 7th, where the Mountaineers will try to make sure that it isn't their last time up to bat. Welcome back to the Tiger Network. Will Taylor will try and end the game. No. We'll see what the Mountaineers can do with potentially their last couple of chances. Will Taylor still rocking that 0 ERA. I'm sure Schreiner would like to blemish it a little bit. First pitch to Sean Rivera. Misses for ball 1.
Rivera on the day, 3 for 3 with a run and an RBI.
One count for Rivera. Next pitch, bunt shown. That's too low. Maybe the bunt flash making Will Taylor stutter a little bit. Makes it a 2-1 count. For those of you not familiar with the run rule rules in SCAC baseball, as it's poked out into right field. The catch is made by Will Baker. That was an awkward catch to make, and he made it.
We're gonna get the replay of it here. Pops it up. Will Baker running back. You can kind of see it on camera right there. He throws his hand right behind him, almost ran into the bullpen. It'll make a really good athletic catch and get the first out here for the Tigers.
Yeah, in order to catch that, he had to throw his arm up in an awkward way to make that catch, but he made it. Strike one to AJ Rodriguez. Well, as I was saying, if you're not familiar with the run rules in SCAC baseball, if you are ahead by 10 runs, by the time the bottom of the 7th comes around as the home team, you win. You don't play the 8th and 9th innings. A 2-1 count. Next pitch from Taylor. High inside. Will Taylor in line for the win. That is, of course, not accounting for an incredible comeback from the Mountaineers at this point. A walk drawn. So if you're going to start somewhere, you start there. We'll see what Blake Juarez can do. Number 44.
Juarez with the glow stick in his hand so far today is 1 for 3.
Strike called. This wasn't the first time that the Mountaineers had been to the field here in San Antonio. They had played a neutral game against DeSales during spring break. We're able to get a win out of that game. DeSales would go on to beat both sides of their doubleheader that day. 2-1 count for Juarez now. Broke down the left field, slicing foul. And indeed, it will be. Gave it a good ride. Again, that Tiger bullpen, those weird dimensions that we have in the renovated field coming into play. Before it was renovated, they didn't stick out that far. Swing and a miss, and they check over at first. They slide in safely. So, tough slide for AJ Rodriguez, but he gets it. Now potentially the final bat up. Gail Lackey takes the first pitch. The Mountaineer strategy when they're in these final inning situations or potential final inning situations, take until you get a strike. Will Taylor gives him a strike. 90-mile-per-hour pitch. The Will Taylor special, throw 90 and also throw your fastball 77. Popped up, and that'll be foul.
That one joined us there on the roof.
Another 4 bouncer off the roof.
Lake in the day so far is 0 for 2 with a run and a strikeout.
Swing and a miss, and that'll be it. Will Taylor closes the door. He doesn't even realize the game is over, and now he does. The Trinity Tigers win 15-5 over the Schreiner Mountaineers in Game 2. They force the rubber match tomorrow. Well, Andrew, it looked like it was going to be a similar game to Game 1 early on, but then the Tigers really exploded in the later parts. Tell me your thoughts on the game.
Well, last night both teams kind of really struggled with the bat, with Schreiner obviously pulling out the 6-4 win. Now today, Trinity really stepped it up with the bat. As a team, they went 18 for 35, batting .514, and they had 7 home runs. We're gonna get some replays of these home runs right there. That being one of them. As a team, though, I really think they started to really shine in the bottom of the 5th, scoring 10 runs, ultimately setting up for the run rule victory here. And they had a couple really big defensive phases, but Schreiner, earlier on in the game, especially top of the 4th, really showed that they have the power, they have the ability, as though as they showcased that last night. So I think tomorrow, when these two teams complete the series, could we have a really interesting and fun game.
And for my spectacular offensive players of the game, I'm just going to give it to everyone who hit a home run. So Maddox McDonald, Nick Lazaro, Will Baker, Nick Jones, and of course, Michael Lustina. 7 home runs, season high. Matches their high from that team that made it to the College World Series my freshman year. For Schreiner, John Rivera, 3 for 4 with an RBI. The most effective bat for the Mountaineers. Will Taylor gets the win as he continues a stretch where he has still not surrendered a run on his watch. And that'll do it for us here on the roof of the Bell Center. Thank you for joining us for Game 2. Tigers win 15-5. Thank you to everybody in the control room. Thanks to Ariel for working the camera. Thanks to Charles for being a presence in the control room. Thank you to Josh Machigemba for keeping us on the road. Thank you to Jared from Schreiner and Allison. Thank you, Allison. And of course, thank you, Andrew, for joining us. And Jackson, of course. Jackson Machigemba. A lot of people to thank, a lot of people to keep this show on the road. I've been Rich Gonzalez. See you for Game 3 tomorrow, hopefully, where it's probably going to be a lot cooler, so we'll see how the temperatures affect the game.